Caipirinha Express.
We are going to the floating bar. Be free! Be free!
Still hanging out with Harald, Maria and Øyvind, and Nicole and Hannah also joins us now and then. Now I'm gonna pick up Harald as we have planned for a little adventure in Fort-de-France. Caribbean, it's lock it or lose it. Hopefully this piece of chain belongs to someone lost the key, and that this is not a warning that I should not leave my dinghy here. One of the cool things Martinique is famous for is the street art. You can find it almost everywhere. So Harald and I went out hunting street art with our cameras before meeting our friends on a bar later. And you can find so many cool paintings here, like this one. I really don't know how this all started, but after the bars open again, we have been testing out several places in our chase of the perfect caipirinha. From this last stop, overlooking the bay where we are anchored, we did not succeed either. Feeling we have been in a poor caipirinha roundabout, having trouble to find the perfect one. Luckily Øyvind is an expert in caipirinha, at least when it comes to drinking it, as he said, so we decided to go back to our boats, and Øyvind is going to teach me how to make a proper caipirinha on board Be Free.
The Caipirinha Express.
We are going to the floating bar. Be free! With me!
Yeah, let's go. Be free with me. Oh, come on and let's go. Let's be free with me.
Kjør på da.
Yeah.
Er baren åpen?
Be free.
Sorry, bartender var litt sen på jobb.
Now we're gonna make my favorite drink, caipirinha. It's a national drink of Brazil. And you can't go to Brazil and not drink caipirinha.
And you've been a little bit disappointed of the ones you've had here so far?
Yes,
So
I mean it's very hard to make a good caipirinha. Most bars get them wrong, I'd say. Either too sweet or too sour.
Hoy preparamos los caipirinhas.
To taste the proper ones?
Yes, you know, I have a lot of experience in drinking it. So, still, this is the real deal. Cachaça from Brazil, finest quality.
Wow.
I don't know about that, I mean a bottle of this costs 3.5 real in Brazil, I think.
Which is?
3 million.
3 million?
Pesos.
Which is? I think most of Thomas viewers, they just have they have pesos. That's what they deal in. What do you think?
Very good, very good.
From 1 to 10?
11.
12? Hva syns du? What do you think, Harald?
And just as we were going to enjoy our expert-made caipirinha sundowners, it started to rain a lot. Seriously, a lot. Not often you get wet under my bimini, but now it was wind and rain making it wet everywhere. However, the caipirinhas was amazing. Next morning I went over to pick up Harald again. He's joining me to help me fill up with water and diesel at the tiny marina not so far from here.
So on my way into the marina to fill up diesel cans and diesel on boat. Hopefully also buy some bottles of propane. Stock up because I don't know exactly the next destination and it might be 2 weeks quarantine. Also the hurricane season is getting closer, so I would like to be prepared to just run.
Be Free is a bit oversized for this marina and sometimes also a challenge to handle alone when it's critical to get the ropes fixed fast. So Harald was kind to join me over to the marina to fill up with diesel, water and propane. With winds from the side and twin rudder with the propeller in the middle, it's sometimes a little challenge to maneuver when it's a compact space. I need to have some speed to be maneuverable. After I had dropped off my friend Harald at Fort de France, all the Scandinavian boats sailed over to the other side of the bay to check out the nightlife at Mitten and to have a dinner together. Even though it's not far, it was just the amount of sailing I needed today, not to feel like a stranded sailor. A bit lazy, only flying my Genoa, but who cares, sailing quietly over to the other side of the bay, enjoying the moment. Be Free sails almost as high up to the wind without the mainsail. It's really not that big of a difference, and one of the nice things I really like with my Bavaria. Doing around 7 knots is more than enough while towing my dinghy, and the autopilot works absolutely flawless. I'm gonna make a review later with more experience with my dear Marina, but so far I'm super happy with it. Normally I would put my dinghy inside the garage, but that is a short sail and I would have to take off the engine. I did not bother. With my old dinghy and the tiny outboard, I did not have to take the outboard off before parking it inside my garage. It's definitely pros and cons with everything. However, my dinghy is my car and the freedom of going fast with more reliable engine is definitely worth it. Anchored outside of Mitten, just in time for sunset and to catch up with my friends.
Yeah, let's go, be free with me.
Mitten has a small beach town vibe, a bit touristic but much more cozy than Fort de France. Lots of outdoor bars and restaurants. And now we all have the feeling of getting much better service and attention than normal around here. Restaurants and bars are probably more thankful for guests now than before the COVID closed down. At least that's our experience, not speaking French. After the dinner we moved to another bar that could remind a little bit about a rooftop bar. As the Midsummer is soon, we decided to start planning an event for this day as it's a big thing in Scandinavia.
Skål for pennen.
I absolutely love my swim platform, however it has its downsides also. It's very fragile and cannot be done when it's kind of tsunami machines passing through the anchorage. I guess this bus driver wanted to make a point as he was hammering through on a very close pass. However, I was on the inside of the markers on a designated anchorage. When leaving this anchorage under sail, I did what every sailor appreciates a lot to my dear friends, taking videos and photos of their boat under sail. I was waiting for them so I could make a video of Ramsalt under sail, which is difficult to make yourself. You can fly a drone, but it's a really risky operation and I already lost one myself. And without knowing, Ramsalt returned the favor, having the same idea. Thanks to Maria, I have these photos of Be Free under sail. Tightening up Be Free's Genoa and she stretched out her legs and started running. Almost too fast for towing my dinghy, so being a lazy sailor again with only a Genoa was more than enough. I managed to get my drone in the air just before Ramsalt arrived. Not only did I cheat a little bit as I motored the last mile because too much hassle tacking between the reefs. Also Be Free has 5 meter longer waterline and by physics sail faster. Gather again, the three of us in a quiet spot, without ridiculous ferries trying to run you over and making waves that force you to secure your home inside as if you were crossing an ocean. Google Maps it looked like it should be possible to dinghy up this river through the mangroves as a shortcut to the shopping center. Almost feeling like an Indiana Jones jungle expedition with all kind of creatures making noise as they were surprised by our presence. And sometimes we were the ones making noise as well, touching a mangrove while pushing the dinghy to the side, feeling something crawling on the other side. Turned out to be crabs that was climbing the mangroves. As the river were getting more and more smelly and challenging to maneuver, we gave up. The smell was telling us that it was probably where the toilets ends out, and also we started to be eaten by mosquitoes. In Martinique it's probably a higher risk of getting dengue fever at the moment than the COVID, so we decided to give up and turn back. Decided to check even one more river before the sunset, as it also was pretty fun to see how far we could go. Enjoying our last sunset in this beautiful anchorage, as tomorrow we are moving back to Mitten to meet up with some more friends and to celebrate Midsummer.
Which day is it today?
Midsummer!
Hey.
After the Midsummer quiz run on shore, Be Free Bar was open for refreshments before heading over to Harald's boat for lunch.
We have Harald here again.
All of us tied up and even 2 more Swedish boats arrived. In a short speech, the lunch is ready.
What do you think about this Scandinavian tradition?
There's quite a lot of good food here. Lots of good stuff.
This is very traditional Scandinavian bread, and we have some breadfruit.
And some cheese and pork.
And some potato.
Except from you.
I think Nicole
And according to Swedish traditions, there is of course songs combined with the shots. Being almost 50-50 Norwegian and Swedish here today, this was mandatory. There is a cultural difference between Norwegian and Swedish. As you can see, the Swedish just nip to the shot, while Hanna is Norwegian, emptying the shot right away, in true Viking style. After lunch, we changed location to the beach to have some traditional games arranged by Maria.
ball på tre. Or we're throwing balls on trees.
Oh no.
That's what we do in Scandinavia.
The Scandinavian ball throwing?
Yeah, the Scandinavian.
Yeah, this was not so good. How can you defend this really poor throwing?
Yes, I'm really ashamed. You know, you've been training so hard for so long, and when it matters, you don't live up to it. It's too emotional.
But after like 14 snaps, how do you think this will go? Huh?
Win!
Okay, go for it. Go hard. Go hard. Skjenker nå, Nicole?
Hvor var lakringen her? Det fineste champagnen man finner.
Ja.
Ingefära är bättre. Då har du provat ingefära här. Det är skitbra.
And this keeps going on for hours, fighting our country's honor in the Scandinavian battle.
Who's next? Is that us?
That's us.
We're done.
When you say you feel low and good things are hard to see, when you pray to find love, I know somewhere we could be. There's a place where we can go tonight. The rhythm will make it right, where everyone is happy and the sun will shine all night.
When the Norwegian starts climbing the poles, or in this case palm trees, it's time to move the party indoor.
Slip out of control. We could have a good time. Let everybody sing. Get your feet up on the floor. So when the world feels dark and friends seem hard to find, you know how to light a spark, just to let your worries unwind. When you're down, there's just one way to go. Let us ascend tonight. Everyone could be so happy and the sun will shine all night. We could have a good time. Let everybody sing. Why don't you let yourself slip out of control? We could have a good time. Let everybody sing. Get your feet up on the floor.
Thank you for watching and following my journey. I really hope you enjoyed this one and hope to have you back for the next episode.